ZipRecruiter's easy-to-use interface. No juggling emails or calls to your office. Quickly screen candidates, rate them, and hire the right person fast. Find out today why ZipRecruiter has been used by over 400,000 businesses. And right now, listeners can try ZipRecruiter for free by going to ZipRecruiter.com/America. That's ZipRecruiter.com/America. One more time. To try it for free, go to ZipRecruiter.com/America.
The following is not an actor, but a real-life story from Trinity Debt Management.
It's probably been about 10 years ago. I had quite a few credit cards. The interest on the cards was really high. I was making the minimum payments, but barely. And it was just getting to be too much, so I called Trinity.
If you're in debt and you need help, call Trinity at 1-800-990-6976 to talk to a certified counselor.
They met with me, and they were able to get all of my credit cards in one lower payment.
Trinity will consolidate your accounts into one easy-to-manage monthly payment, put a stop to late fees and over-limit charges, reduce your interest, and possibly improve your credit score. You'll save thousands.
They did help me learn how to manage my money. Now, we have a house, and we're doing a lot better.
If your debt has you down, call Trinity at 1-800-990-6976.
My name is Holly, and I am debt-free for keeps.
1-800-990-6976.
Email phishing attacks cost businesses billions annually in real cash, data loss, and brand damage. Phishing emails are hard to detect because the messages appear to be legitimate to unsuspecting employees. Introducing Barracuda Fishline, a groundbreaking cloud-based solution designed to help employees recognize sophisticated email phishing attacks through interactive training reinforced by continuous simulation. Transform your employees from a liability into a line of defense. Go to barracuda.com/PL to learn more.
Mike Gallagher.
Yesterday on the 4th of July, when people all over the world wanted to visit the Statue of Liberty, a bunch of kooks protesting ICE went to the island where the Statue of Liberty stands. One of the kooks climbed up into the Statue of Liberty, went to the base of the statue. They had to evacuate the entire island for fear of, whatever lunatic act she was going to commit. And so it can be said that Kirsten Gillibrand and Dick Durbin and Kamala Harris and other mainstream Democrats are right there saddled up next to the lady dangling from the Statue of Liberty yesterday. This is what the Democrat Party is becoming. The radical wing is taking over the progressive wing. And just like we've seen alleged conservatives get driven into bonkersville over Donald Trump, we're seeing the left and progressives sort of have to deal with a lot of radical positions, including abolish ICE. Abolish ICE. Can you imagine? At a time when the vast majority of Americans want better border enforcement? Let's start with Randall. Randall, you're first up on the Mike Gallagher Show, 26 past the hour. Hi, Randall.
Thank you so much for your valuable time and for everything you do.
Oh, thank you.
Easley, South Carolina loves Mike.
Ah, great. Well, I love Easley, South Carolina. Thank you, Randall, for your kind words.
I've been listening to you for a decade now, and of course, the senators and the congressmen that actually wrote this disastrous law, and I think that piece by Maureen Dowd is an insult to all of us deplorables.
Well, that's what they're doing, Randall. And the crazier they act, like I said, I hope we can kind of keep this between us, because if they figure out that their craziness is going to cost them the midterm election, maybe they're going to pivot. They're going to try to act a little more rational between now and November.
You're absolutely right. As long as they stay on this tack, I think we're a shoo-in.
I just don't see it any other way. There's no way, Randall, and I appreciate, again, your very kind words. I mean, coming up, I want you to hear the way somebody reacted to a 16-year-old boy with a red Make America Great Again cap on. And it happened in San Antonio, Texas, of all places. How about Walmart? While I'm away, Tell me I didn't really see that Walmart had Impeach 45 baby clothes for sale on their website. Evidently they did. When I was with my dear friends Peg and Joey at Lake Toxaway over the 4th of July, we went out to dinner a couple of nights, Winslow's Hideaway, these really, really neat place. I love wearing my untucked shirt, especially on a summer evening where it's nice and comfortable, but you want to be casual. The untucked shirts are here, designed so well, GQ calls them perfection. It's a casual shirt. It's not too long, not too short. It's just perfect. Untucked makes shirts specifically designed to be worn untucked, which is just the way I like them. Now, you know, because there may be a rumor I have a belly down there, but I don't want everybody to have to see it. So when I untuck my shirt, actually it's my 8-pack. I have a 6-pack or an 8-pack, and I don't want to show off. Log on to untuckit.com. Check out all the new arrivals. Untuckit, UNTUCKIT, untuckit.com. If you use the promo code Mike G, you'll get 20% off your entire purchase. And don't worry, ladies, you can get an untucked shirt too. Stop hiding your shirt with your pants.
Welcome. Monster Radio is online at WGGH.net with live streaming. Also available on most mobile devices. Check for contests, videos of local events, archived programs, and local sports. You can also pass along your nonprofit community event information too, and we'll post it and get it on the air for free. And a link to join us on Facebook.
WGGH.net.
Get connected with the local station.
You are connected.
Monster Radio AM 1150.
Hospice of Southern Illinois is a community-based, nonprofit hospice organization providing care to the terminally ill in 27 most southern counties. Life is a journey, and Hospice of Southern Illinois can help you with that journey at life's end. When you need us, we will be there. Call today for more information, 997-3030 or 800-233-1708. Visit our website at www.hospice.org.
WGGH, Marion.
Monster Radio, local sports.
The Southern Illinois Miners had their 6-game winning streak snapped by the Traverse City Beach Bums last night, falling to the Bums 2-1 despite a complete game pitching effort by Gino Encina. The Miners managed just 3 hits in the first 8 innings, scoring their only run in the 9th. The two teams play the rubber game of their 3-game set tonight in Traverse City with first pitch set for 6:05. The Reds exploded for 6 runs in the 4th inning as they grabbed a 7-4 win over the White Sox in the rubber match of their 3-game series at Great American Ballpark. Dylan Covey was charged with 6 runs while falling to 3 and 4. Yohan Moncada hit a 2-run blast, and Daniel Palka added a solo shot in the loss. It doesn't get any easier for the White Sox as they open a 4-game series with the defending champion Astros at Minute Maid Park tonight. Carlos Rodon takes the mound for the Sox opposite Houston ace Justin Verlander. Tonight's game starts at 7:10 with pregame coverage right here on Monster Radio WGGH beginning at 6:35. Tommy Pham had 3 hits and 3 RBI as the Cardinals doubled up the Diamondbacks 8-4 at Chase Field. Yadier Molina hit a 3-run blast to cap St. Louis's 5-run 7th inning. Miles Michaelis improved to 9-3 to help the Cardinals take the rubber match of the 3-game series. Wilson Contreras homered in the 6th to snap a 2-all tie and doubled in 2 more in the 7th as the Cubs beat the Tigers 5-2 in Chicago. David Bodie also homered, and Javier Baez stole home as the Cubs swept the 2-game series with their 6th straight win overall. Jose Quintana threw 6 innings of 2-run ball for the win, with Brandon Morrow notching his 19th save. With this sports update, I'm Tim Petrovich.
Celebrate big savings during the Raven Tire 4th of July Freedom Sale. Free mounting and balance. Free alignment check. Free brake inspection. With any set of 4 tires. Great summer rebates too on Goodyear, Michelin, and BF Goodrich tires for bigger savings. Free battery installations. Free wiper blade. Air or cabin installation with purchase of $25 or more. Celebrate big savings during the Raven Tire Freedom Sale through July 14th. Raven Tires Service.
Greece is cheap,
but the airfare costs a fortune.
Paris?
Not much closer, and again, airfare...
What about Puerto Vallarta?
Let's face it, flying anywhere is just too expensive.
Wait, what's this? Low-cost airlines.
With one call to low-cost airlines, you'll drastically slash your travel costs. We're talking insanely low airline prices to any of your favorite destinations. Where would you like to go? London, Rome, Costa Rica, Australia?
Wow, that's cheap.
So why wait? Call now to learn how crazy cheap it is to fly anywhere in the U.S. or international. Our prices are so low, we can't publish them. The only way to get them is to call to instantly hear the most amazing best deals on airline airline travel. It's that easy. So call now and start packing.
800-216-8991. 800-216-8991. 800-216-8991. Again, that's 800-216-8991.
Southern Illinois weather.
An excessive heat warning continues until 8 p.m. tonight. Chance for scattered thunderstorms tonight, otherwise partly cloudy skies. Lows dip down to about 75. Winds out of the north around 5 miles an hour. Cloudy tomorrow, chance for scattered thunderstorms, 86. From the Weather Eye Weather Center, powered by weatherology.com, I'm meteorologist Derek Height on Monster Radio AM 1150. Currently, it's 95 degrees.
Jim Bohannon. Weeknights 10 to 1.
On Monster Radio AM 1150.
Mike Gallagher.
26 minutes before the hour, just got a text message from the MyPillow.com text line. ICE is also charged with customs enforcement. Do people want to have open floodgates on all items coming into this country from another country? Items like tainted food or animals or nukes being carried in a truck from our borders? I don't think people are considering that when they're spouting off to get rid of ICE. Well, I don't know whether they're considering it or not. What I know is it's become a major talking point for today's Democrat Party. And that's important. We have to remind every single American that this is the Democrat Party of 2018. Abolish ICE. And every day seems to bring a new degree of crazy. So when this New York Times reporter writes about Democrats are just wandering around the Capitol looking stunned, it's like Night of the Living Dead. It's like zombies. And sometimes the zombies attack. 16-year-old kid, San Antonio, Texas, goes into a Whataburger. He's wearing a Make America Great Again hat. Now think about this. You're actually sort of risking your life, taking your life in your own hands when you wear a red MAGA hat. I was at a Broadway show a week or two ago. Forget what show it was. And there was a young kid wearing a Make America Great Again hat in the audience. Right in the belly of the beast in Midtown Manhattan. I thought, holy cow, kid, you are brave. And I kind of walked up to the side of him. I said, nice hat. And he was very polite, said, thank you very much. And I didn't stick around long enough to see what other people off his head. It was caught on, somebody had their camera phone running. And so this is what it sounded like.
For the president. You ain't support.
Did you hear? You could hear the guy something about supporting the president, and we had to bleep it because he used the N-word, even though the kid was evidently white. I believe the perpetrator was black. And so the black perpetrator who assaulted the 16-year-old kid in the Whataburger in San Antonio wearing a Make America Great Again hat, he gets attacked just for having a hat on, and the guy ripped the hat off of his head. And the kid said, we're trying to track him down. Lance has reached out to him on Facebook. I'd love to get him on the show because he sounds, pretty articulate for a 16-year-old. He said, I support my president, and if you don't, let's have a conversation about it instead of ripping my hat off. I just think a conversation about politics is more productive for the entire whole rather than taking my hat and yelling subjective words at me. This was the Whataburger off of Nacogdoches and Thousand Oaks Tuesday night when this happened. They said it was totally unprovoked. Guy just comes up, throws a drink in the kid's face, rips the hat off his head. Now again, these things that continue to happen. Oh, apparently what was bleeped out was the attackers said to the 16-year-old kid, "You ain't supporting blank," the S word, and then he said the N word. So you ain't supporting S word, and then N word. Nice guy, huh? Nice guy. And what worries me about a confrontation like that is there are some 16-year-olds who are legally carrying. There are parts of the country where you're able to carry 16, 17, 18 years old. You go up against you go to the wrong person to throw a drink in somebody's face in a Whataburger, and you rip their hat off of their head. It might not end so well for you. And then, of course, it's going to be a Black Lives Matter controversy, because everybody will sit around saying, why did the unarmed black guy get shot? I mean, these are dangerous times we're living in. The fact that anybody would feel emboldened enough to throw a drink in somebody's face, a 16-year-old boy, and rip his hat off. We're in crazy times. I'm on vacation this week for a couple of days. I start reading about Walmart. They had shirts and baby clothes bearing the phrase "Impeach 45." I mean, the idea that Walmart, of all companies, that somebody in the food chain at Walmart thought that'd be a great idea. Let's have Impeach 45 baby bibs. Won't that be cute? We can have little babies wearing Impeach the President. Are you kidding me? They took all the images down, of course, after there was the inevitable backlash, but there shouldn't have had to have been a backlash. It shouldn't have happened in the first place. Of course you can have Make America Great Again merchandise at Walmart, a great American company. You're going to sell Impeach 45? Somebody at Walmart thought that was a good idea? What a real road scholar there at Walmart. Oh, let's put some Impeach 45 baby bibs out there. They'll sell like hotcakes. We won't have any backlash at all because nobody who supports Trump shops at Walmart. My gosh. 800-655-Mike. Here's Mario. Wants to talk not only about the left going crazy, but some on the right as well. Hey, Mario, thanks for hanging in there with us. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. Thanks for taking my call, Mike. Listen, I'm a little perplexed by the whole process because you're right. We need to get moving, more Republicans, but the damn Republicans we have, excuse my French, are rhinos. They couldn't even get that first round of immigration laws passed. How many Republicans do we need, really, to get at least the first phase of this process done?
Yeah, but it's getting better. The rhinos are the ones who just can't play ball because they hate President Trump so much. They're dropping like flies. They're retiring. They're resigning. They're leaving. Jeff Flake is gone. I mean, these guys are headed for the hills. And it's just a matter, I mean, surely Republicans are going to be smart enough, but I'm fascinated, Mario, by the pundits, the Max Boots of the world and the Jen Rubins. Did you hear Jennifer Rubin? Now, she writes what is described as, I'm not kidding you, a conservative blog for the Washington Post. And you've seen her on TV. She's this angry little woman. She's always got this frozen smile on her face, and this is one mean lady, and she is like just lashing out. So most normal Americans thought it was preposterous and appalling that Sarah Sanders got kicked out of a restaurant last week in Virginia. Not Jen Rubin. Listen to Jen Rubin on TV. She thinks that was just fine. Here she is on, well, where else? MSNBC.
So it's perfectly civil to do that. No one's telling them to be violent protesters. But we're not going to let these people go through life unscathed. Sarah Huckabee has no right to live a life of no fuss, no muss after lying to the press, after inciting against the press. These people should be made uncomfortable, and I think that's a life sentence, frankly.
A life sentence? Sarah Sanders, according to Jen Rubin, the conservative writer for the Washington Post. Conservative. And she says these people. And of course, what she says is catnip to the left. They love hearing it. That's why they put her on MSNBC over and over again. There's a little problem with Jen Rubin. Jennifer Rubin. Position after position, she has completely flip-flopped on because now Donald Trump is the president. She used to be against Roe versus Wade. Look it all up. You can find all this up. Her own writings, her own words. She was against Roe v. Wade. Now that President Trump is poised to put one or two more Supreme Court justices that might make Roe v. Wade a thing of the past. Oh, now Trump has to be stopped, according to Jen Rubin. Now she's suddenly pro Roe versus Wade. She used to be in favor of moving the embassy in Israel from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. She was all for that until Trump did it. Then she thought it was the stupidest thing that's ever been done in the history of mankind. She was against the Paris Climate Accord. Then, of course, when Trump shredded it, oh, it was the worst thing anybody. So that's the kind of person that the left loves and calls a conservative. Calls them a conservative. She's a star at MSNBC. If you're supportive of Donald Trump, you ain't going to be around MSNBC very long. My buddy Hugh Hewitt announced last Saturday, that was his last show, hosting Hugh Hewitt on MSNBC. He is no longer hosting a show on Saturdays on MSNBC. Now, isn't that fascinating? Because Hugh, of course, he's been on the Trump train, off the Trump train. We had a little exchange the other day talking about Hugh, about whether or not he was he's another Washington Post columnist. Max Boot, another guy who calls himself a conservative. Conservative party with a white nationalist fringe to a party to enemies are first be destroyed before it can be rebuilt. We're like Germany and Japan. Now, these are allegedly smart people who have not one shred of self-awareness as to how insane they sound. Ben Shapiro tweeted, all this caught the attention of Ben, who's a smart guy, smart young conservative. Ben wrote on Twitter, if you think today's Republican Party resembles Japanese fascism or Nazism, Trump has driven you utterly mad. That was Ben Shapiro's message for Max Boot. And I don't want to marginalize or minimize mental illness. I don't. But these people sound like they're mentally ill. Jen Rubin, wait a minute, you used to be against Roe v. Wade? Now you're for it because Trump he's pro-life? And it's Trump? You were all for moving the embassy until he did it, then you're against it? You do know people can see your work, right, Jen? You understand people can look up what you said a year, 2 years, 4 years, 5 years ago. You're a writer, a published writer. It's not like you said things in a vacuum. I'm really wrestling, and I want to talk to my producer about this. I'd like to maybe get her on. It probably would be kind of ugly. It would be a bloodbath, and I don't want it to be. I just want to ask her that. I just have one question for her. How can you defend changing all of your positions simply because the Republican president in 2018 is Donald Trump? How can you defend changing all of your views? So you're right, Mario. We don't have just Democrats that are melting down. We got a few so-called Republicans as well, or at least conservatives, and it just keeps getting nuttier by the hour. Bring it on. 800-655-MIKE, 800-655-6453, 13 minutes before the hour. If you can't get through on our busy talk lines, feel free to send us a text message. The MyPillow.com text line is open. We got a big announcement Monday about MyPillow. Big special that everybody always loves. But I got a big announcement today as well, as the president sleeps on a MyPillow. Also, if you'd like to watch the show, we're live streaming today at MikeOnline.com. There's a robust conversation going on in our chat room. Pavlina is monitoring the chat room, watching away. If you want to watch our show, go to MikeOnline.com while you're listening to us on the radio, and pop into the chat room and watch us on TV. A new interactive way to watch the show waiting for you at MikeOnline.com.
Working on our night moves, trying to make some front page driving news. Working on our night moves.
It's a real joy for me to be able to tell you about Relief Factor every day on the radio. You know, you've heard over and over again how dangerous prescription drugs can be. You know about the dangerous side effects of ibuprofen. That's why physicians made Relief Factor. It's made from high-quality fish oil and essential nutrients. And what it does is it goes to work on the inflammation that causes pain to begin with. Think about the pain that's preventing you from doing something right now in your life. Is it hard to get in and out of the car? You having a tough time opening up a jar of, pickles in the kitchen? Are you like me? You had lower back pain. I had a spot on my SI joint that I thought was never going to go away. After 2.5 weeks of trying Relief Factor, it was gone. This really, really works. 80% of people who try the 3-week quick start buy it again. Go to relieffactor.com. Try the 3-week quick start. It's $19.95. If after 3 weeks it doesn't work, just notify them. You're only out $20. What do you have to lose? Accept the pain. Relieffactor.com or call 800-500-8384, 800-500-8384 for Relief Factor.
Mike Gallagher.
If you were fumbling around in the dark and someone handed you a flashlight, you'd take it, right? Shouldn't it be the same when it comes to spotting threats to your identity and data on your devices? The digital world is full of so many connections, it just takes one weak link for criminals to get in. And you don't want to be left in the dark if that happens. Fortunately, new LifeLock identity theft protection now adds the power of Norton Security to shed light on more of today's threats. Threats to your identity like ransomware or emerging viruses. No one can stop every cyber threat, prevent all identity theft, or monitor all transactions at all businesses, but new LifeLock with Norton detects a wide range of threats to your identity and devices you may not see on your own. Join now and get an additional 10% off your first year. Go to lifelock.com and enter promo code SMART. That's promo code SMART. New LifeLock with Norton. More detection, more protection.
Ike was such a sweet, lovable animal, and people would want to pet him, and they'd come up and they'd get close to him, and it would be this instant, oh! My dad didn't want to touch him. It's like, ooh, get the stinky dog away from me.
Even after we'd give her a bath, she would still stink.
Very stinky, both bad breath and bad gas. I asked the vet, and he said some dogs are just stinky.
Does your dog itch, scratch, stink, or shed like crazy? Come to Dinovite for help.
DINOVITE.com.
The omega-3 fatty acids.
Flaxseed, zinc, alfalfa, the digestive enzymes that are cooked out of regular dog food.
The ingredients convinced me that it was definitely worth trying. After about a week, he started smelling normal. My husband and I were really kind of astonished.
Dinovite is nutrition.
859-428-1000.
DINOVITE.com.
Your credit card companies love you. They love it when your cards stay maxed out. They love it when you only make minimum payments. They love it when you struggle. Why? Because they own you. And minimum payments mean maximum profits. Here's great news. National Debt Relief is now offering you free information on how to escape your credit card debt nightmare. If you owe more than $10,000 in credit card debt and are only barely making minimum payments, know this: you may not have to pay it all back. In fact, you may have the right to settle that debt for only a fraction of what you owe. National Debt Relief has helped thousands of people get rid of over $500 million of debt, and they're A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau. Get the information you need for free right now before this offer goes away. Call National Debt Relief now and escape your credit card debt troubles. 800-679-1288. 800-679-1288. 800-679-1288.
In July, become a Patriot with Patriot Mobile. Patriot Mobile also credits switching and installment fees up to $1,500 per account, and each Patriot's bill contributes a portion to conservative groups. Get a new Motorola E4 or an E4 Plus smartphone for only $4 a month. Save over 40% on a terrific water-resistant phone while supplies last. Call today, 1-800-A-PATRIOT, or go to patriotmobile.com. Patriot Mobile, your new cellular resource for patriotism.
Gallagher.
I've been looking at this video. It's kind of blowing up of this guy. He's a big hulking guy, this guy that attacked this 16-year-old boy in a Whataburger. in San Antonio. News 4 San Antonio's Joe Galley says the incident is under investigation by police. Apparently, they all know who the guy is. He evidently worked at a bar called Rumble in San Antonio. The bar posted on Facebook, "It came to our attention that a part-time employee was captured on cell phone video assaulting another person at a local eatery. The assault took place presumably because this employee did not agree with the other individual's political stance. We have since terminated this employee as his actions go against everything that this establishment stands for." Well, he doesn't need just to be fired, he needs to go to jail. You see this guy attack this kid, these scrawny teenagers sitting there at the table, and this big burly guy, and he's so cocky, and he's such a nasty, vile, and he throws the drink in the kid's face twice. You can see him throw a soda in the kid's face, and then he rips he's got the MAGA hat in his hand. He says, "You're not supporting blank." N-word, strutting through the restaurant like he's a real tough guy. Well, we'll see what a few months in jail, how tough he is there. Makes me sick to my stomach. And this is the climate that gets created by the justification of people like Sarah Sanders being kicked out of restaurants, and who was it, what's her name that was targeted in the restaurant, the Kirsten Nielsen. And this ridiculous mindset that this is okay. It's not okay. But you know what? There's a part of me that says keep it coming. Keep the craziness up, because you guys aren't going to win another election. And then you're really going to be walking around like zombies. John loves my zombie analogy. How you doing, John?
Good, and you?
Good.
I just wanted to commend you on your on the comparison of Democrats and zombies. I think your listeners will appreciate this. If anybody knows anything about zombies, they crave brains. And by the way, the Democrats have been acting and saying absurd stuff, they are lacking in that department.
Yeah, they got to eat brains. Must have brains, right? Must eat brains, because you're right. They don't have any. We're in the that's a little rough, I guess, even for me. We're in the ReliefFactor.com studios, fighting the good fight each and every day, back from a couple days of vacation. A big thanks to Sam Malone, who did a great job filling in for me on Monday and Tuesday. Remember the New York Times reporter who was sleeping with her source? Well, her status has changed at the New York Times. We've got an update. There's a lot still coming up on this Thursday edition of the Mike Gallagher Show. I don't know about you, but I need energy for more than 5 hours a day. From work to home to play, we always want to be at our best, right? Thanks to the industry leader M-Drive and their newest product, Workforce, we can. The Workforce product allowed this great process to be in place where they've mastered the formulation to deliver the absolute best, legitimate, and clinically tested blend of the perfect ingredients. You know how they did it over at M-Drive? They studied, tested, retested, and refined the Workforce formula. It's built for the guy who's out there working his tail off all day, every day. Workforce. You get immediate energy, all-day performance. Finish like you start. Get some now. Get Workforce at Walmart. And for my listeners, I've got an exciting new offer. Go to mdrivenow.com. Use the promo code Mike, and you'll get 25% off your M-Drive purchase. It's a great way for you to get started with this terrific product. mdrivenow.com, promo code Mike. Get 25% off your M-Drive purchase today. Refine your prime with M-Drive.
Someone is searching your name or business online. What will they find? Do you have negative search results online? Do you have false accusations, records from a legal situation, or bad press from your past? To reclaim your reputation, call 1-888-WE-DELETE or visit GuaranteedRemovals.com. That's 1-888-933-3538 or visit GuaranteedRemovals.com. If there is any negative information about you online, GuaranteedRemovals.com will permanently delete it for you. That's right, it is possible to remove negative content from the internet. And GuaranteedRemovals.com is the only company focusing on permanently deleting negative online content. We have successfully removed over 10,000 links, including news articles, arrest records, legal documents, business complaints, blogs, pictures, videos, and more. We offer a no-money upfront guarantee. You don't pay until your online content is removed. Call 1-888-WE-DELETE to talk to our dedicated specialists who are here to assist you. That's 1-888-933-3538 or GuaranteedRemovals.com.
Mike Gallagher.
Where is your there? Your happy place? Your go-to destination? Maybe it's that hidden cove by the lake, or that place an hour and a half away on Route 6 that serves the world's best meatloaf. Or maybe it's home. At Valero, we have the fuel to get you there, wherever there is. Because Valero top-tier certified quality fuel keeps your engine running cleaner, better, and longer. Find a station near you at ValeroCleanGas.com.
Dexter's Yard Care can take all the pain and strain out of maintaining your residential or business lawn. Think about it. After buying and maintaining the equipment, then all the time and sweating, and of course the gas, it may be more affordable and a lot easier to hire Dexter's Yard Care, and they're 100% fully insured. So if he cuts his foot off in your lawn, you're not responsible for it. Dexter's Yard Care, where they really do care. Call for your free estimate today, 618-926-6645, or facebook.com/Dexter's Yard Care.
W253CR Marion, now at 98.5 FM, and the legendary
WGGH Marion.
Scott Pruitt out at EPA. President Trump told reporters there was no final straw. Pruitt resigned, saying he did not want to be a distraction.
The departure has roots in the revelation of a $50 per night condo rental on Capitol Hill, the landlords including one energy lobbyist. It ends with more than a dozen ethics complaints against Scott Pruitt, including that staffers performed personal duties and were enlisted to help his wife find a high-paying job and obtain a Chick-fil-A franchise, and throw in a report that Pruitt was keeping a secret schedule of meetings he did not want made public. Bob Costantini, Washington.
Democratic Congressman Don Beyer says Pruitt seemed above it all.
He seems not to understand that he has to live by the same rules that everyone else does, which, by the way, reminds me of the president, who doesn't seem like he has to live by the same rules that we all do. And the sense that he's way more important than he really is. The notion that he should be the Attorney General, for example.
Former lobbyist Andrew Wheeler will be the interim replacement at the EPA. I'm Barbara Cusack. In the ongoing fight between the state of California and the Trump administration, a federal judge has awarded another round to the Golden State.
U.S. District Court Judge John Mendez has ruled that local cops not cooperating with federal agents does not stop the feds from enforcing immigration laws. And the judge says it is legal for California's Attorney General to inspect federal immigration detention centers. California Governor Jerry Brown applauds the ruling, saying piecemeal judicial decisions won't solve the nation's immigration challenges, and says Congress must rise above, quote, mindless partisan divisions, end quote, to address them. Jim Roop, Los Angeles.
China warned the U.S. today it will respond the moment duties on $34 billion in Chinese goods kick in Friday. President Trump said the administration will start imposing the tariffs as scheduled. 12 boys and their coach stuck in a northern Thailand cave are said to be suffering with exhaustion from malnutrition. Oxygen is being pumped into the chamber. I'm Barbara Cusack.
I had great results. I lost 70 pounds. I weighed 265 and went down to 195. My doctor told me, if it works for you, then do it. A lot of people say to me, how did you lose the weight? I said, I take Andro 400 every day. I'm going to take it forever.
That was Walt talking about Andro 400. Now listen to what Bob has to say.
When you listen to your radio commercials, you say that's not possible, but since I've experienced it, your commercials aren't strong enough. I am 76, and I've had a belly for way too long. My whole body is shrinking. My energy level has gone up, and the only thing difference is Andro 400. It's great stuff. I tried other products, and nothing happened.
Guys, if you'd like to lose stubborn belly fat, gain energy, and feel years younger, try Andro 400, the safe, natural, and affordable way to boost your testosterone. Go to andro400.com or call 888-400-0435. 888-400-0435. andro400.com.
The Monster Radio Southern Illinois News Center time is 3 minutes past the hour.
Up-to-the-minute local information when you need it. This is a Southern Illinois News Center update.
A Carterville man has been arrested after police say he barricaded himself inside his house with 5 people inside. It happened Thursday night in the 200 block of Van Wyck Square. Police say Montez Avant had several weapons and threatened to hurt himself and others inside. He was arrested after a brief struggle with police. 3 children and 2 women were inside the house at the time. Avant was taken to the Williamson County Jail. He faces several charges including child endangerment, domestic battery, and unlawful restraint.
It's going to be another dangerously hot day across the state of Illinois today. The National Weather Service is leaving a heat advisory in place for the entire state until about 8 o'clock tonight. Forecasters say temperatures will be in the 90s, but the heat and humidity will make it feel closer to 105 degrees. The National Weather Service says your best bet to beat the heat is to drink plenty of water and stay inside. Johnson City is renovating a city park in honor of a community member and teacher that was killed in an automobile accident more than a decade ago. Monster Radio staff member Jimmy Dean is helping the city raise funds to replace a playground in the park located just north of Washington School in Johnson City. The new playground will be installed in honor of Dean's son Mike, who was killed in 2006. Dean hopes to raise between $15,000 and $20,000 toward the project. The city has already ordered $40,000 in equipment for the project, which they hope to have in place by the end of the summer. Southern Illinois University President Randy Dunn says he simply wants money at the school to follow students. Dunn yesterday explained to the Southern Illinoisan why he supported a funding shift between SIU's Carbondale and Edwardsville campuses. Dunn says SIU's funding sends 64% of the school's dollars to Carbondale and 36% to Edwardsville, even though Dunn said the two schools had almost the same number of students this past spring. In the newsroom, I'm Tim Petrovich.
Proper nutrition is important for an active, healthy summer. But for many kids, the start of summer means the end of regular healthy meals. That's why the Summer Meals program offers kids 18 and under free meals while school is out. To learn more, go to summermealsillinois.org or text FOOD-IL to 877-877. Sponsored by the Illinois State Board of Education and USDA.
Southern Illinois weather.
An excessive heat warning continues until 8 p.m. tonight. Chance for scattered thunderstorms tonight, otherwise partly cloudy skies. Lows dip down to about 75. Winds out of the north around 5 miles an hour. Cloudy tomorrow, chance for scattered thunderstorms, 86. From the Weather Eye Weather Center, powered by weatherology.com, I'm meteorologist Derek Height on Monster Radio AM 1150. Currently, it's 93 degrees.
Picture this. You're sitting at your computer reading the day's news. You click on the next interesting headline only to get...
You have reached this month's limit of free stories. Please enter your credit card number to continue.
Well, not with Dateline Marion. Dateline Marion is a community news website that covers Marion and Williamson County, and there is no limit to the number of stories you can read. That's no limit this week, this month, or this year. Check us out at DatelineMarion.com for local news when you want it, as often as you want it. Oh, and by the way, it's free.
Keeping Southern Illinois connected. This is AM 1150.
Streaming online at WGGH.net. Breaking news at a breakneck pace. This is the Mike Gallagher Show.
All right, let's go. 1-800-655-MIKE. Call or text.
Since 1978, Mike Gallagher has been a voice of clarity for millions of Americans.
Thank you for asking the tough questions.
A show known by the most famous man on the planet.
You've been great, Mike, and I appreciate it very much. You notice I walked over here very quickly.
Now, from the ReliefFactor.com studios, here's Mike Gallagher.
I had quite a day. I spent the afternoon on Lake Toxaway in North Carolina on a boat, tooling around on one of the prettiest lakes in America. And then by last night, I was back in New York on the east side watching the Macy's fireworks display, which was pretty cool. I chronicled a lot of it on social media. If you want to check out MikeOnline.com, we always try to post stuff and keep it pretty current. We also had it posted on Facebook and Twitter. But what a day. You know, what a way we get to live. You know, I'm so blessed, so fortunate, so lucky. I got to spend the 4th of July with some dear friends. Last week was a tough day, as you know, because it was the 10th anniversary of the passing of my Denise. Lots of you were so kind in reaching out to me on that day, which is June 29th. Then the weekend, headed off to North Carolina. Joey and Peggy, my closest friends in the world. And they're like my brother and sister, you know, from sister and brother from a different mother. And it was wonderful to spend some time with them and kind of take it all in and just appreciate the greatness of this country and celebrate the 4th of July, celebrate Independence Day. The president had a 4th of July message for the country.
General George Washington and his army of brave patriots fought a long, tough war
with the British to win America's freedom. When they did. From Bunker Hill to Saratoga to Yorktown, American soldiers fought and died to secure our independence and to make a sovereign nation. Today, as we celebrate the 4th of July with friends and family, let us never forget that our freedom has been earned through the blood and sweat and sacrifice of American heroes. And these were great American heroes. And let us share the grateful heart of our nation with every veteran and member of the United States Armed Forces, truly special people. We are in awe of their courage, and we are eternally in their debt. Together we honor their noble sacrifice by pledging our love and loyalty to our country, our flag, and our fellow citizens. We are and will always be one people, one family, and one glorious nation under God. Happy 4th of July, and God bless America.
Not real sure how anybody could hate that message, but then again, it came from President Trump. Mark Thiessen wrote a great piece in the Washington Post that really resonated. He said, Democrats have a new theory for how they can win back Congress and the White House. Just like soccer moms helped put Bill Clinton in the Oval Office, and NASCAR dads helped George W. Bush win, Donald Trump, the theory goes, was elected because of Never Hillary voters who didn't particularly like him but hated her. Axios reports that Democrats are targeting the 20% of Trump's voters who told exit pollsters they didn't like him, hoping these reluctant Trump voters will help power that blue wave in the midterms and defeat the president in 2020. Mark Thiessen says there's a problem with that theory. The left's nonstop, over-the-top attacks on President Trump are not peeling those voters away from him. They are pushing them further into the president's camp. In recent weeks, he points out Trump derangement syndrome on the left has reached critical mass. First, there was Robert De Niro's F. Trump tirade at the Tony Awards. Then Samantha Bee calling Ivanka Trump a feckless C-word on her TV show. Then the owners of the Red Hen restaurant threw out White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders. While chanting protesters heckled Homeland Security Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen at a Mexican restaurant. Representative Maxine Waters added fuel to the fire by openly calling on mobs of left-wing activists to absolutely harass Trump officials. Then there were the countless Trump opponents in the media, Congress, and on Twitter who compared family separations at the southern border to Nazi Germany. And the Time magazine cover depicting Trump staring down heartlessly at a crying migrant girl and implying she was separated from her mother until it emerged that she had not in fact been separated from her mother. How do liberals think, Mark asks, that 20% of reluctant Trump voters respond to these displays of unbridled contempt? I mean, the fact of the matter is the opposite is going to happen. Spasms of anti-Trump outrage are not going to win that 20% voting bloc back. If anything, they're confirming voters' conclusions that Democrats still don't get it and don't get them. This is the best thing that ever happened to Trump. It may very well get him reelected. Mark Thiessen's right. And I truly believe it's going to let the House, the Republicans, hold on to the House in November. I don't think they're going to win the House. These are people who are behaving like crazy people. Over on CNN, this guy Brian, I guess it's Karam. This is a guy melting down. This guy is a political analyst for CNN. And you just got to hear this.
This is Trump the Destroyer in action. I mean, this is the man who wants to tear down
let me just say, whatever you say about President Trump, I do not think this list is very different than you would have seen under a President Rubio, a President Cruz, or a President Romney. I think
now you're just trying to make me nauseous, aren't you?
But Brian.
Now, because first of all, the list has been around, the 25 justices, it's not a new list. And whoever said that is right. It's a conservative list. Because you know what? You got a conservative president elected, he gets to select the Supreme Court nominees. That's the way it goes. We won, you lost. I don't mean to be a jerk about it because I'm not trying to be a jerk, but we won, you lost, and you don't like losing. And now you're throwing drinks in the faces of 16-year-old boys trying to have a cheeseburger in San Antonio. And my producer's not having any luck tracking anybody down on this story, so let me just take to the airwaves because I know we have a lot of great people listening in San Antonio. If you're listening to us in San Antonio and you know about this incident where this 16-year-old boy was assaulted by this hulking, bearded, nasty bully, this Hulk that took this kid's drink, apparently, or his drink, threw the drink in his face and assaulted him, ripping his baseball cap off his head, tearing some of his hair out of his scalp, incidentally, according to the kid, according to published reports, as he did it and said, "You aren't supporting S, you N-word." Real tough guy, strolls out of the Whataburger like he's a real big, bad, tough guy. We'll see how tough he is in jail because that's where that loser belongs. And that's what happens when you got justification for kicking a White House press secretary out of a restaurant. This is terrible that we're going through it, but frankly, for the political process, it's fantastic because they're too unaware. Their level of self-awareness is so lousy, they don't even recognize that they're driving voters right into the arms of the Republican Party, and they're not going to win. They may never win an election again if they don't knock it off. The face of the party is this socialist from New York. A socialist? She's the new face? Boy, we can only hope. And, of course, that story has already fallen apart. This young woman, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, she's described as a democratic socialist. I always love that. What kind of socialist are you? Well, I'm a democratic socialist. Good. I like that. Tie socialism to today's Democrats. And all they've been saying about her is, she's a girl from the Bronx. Trump doesn't know how to handle a girl from the Bronx. Except apparently she's not from the Bronx. She grew up in a very wealthy suburb called Westchester County. And she's a little defensive. She's pushing back because as more is learned about Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, she explains in a statement that, yes, we did live in Yorktown Heights, New York. Incidentally, definitely not the Bronx. So she could go to public school there. But there were some other family members who lived in the Bronx. You see, a major part of my story, this is classic, and I've shared this with my neighbors throughout my campaign, not necessarily with reporters, but with neighbors. I grew up between two worlds. I'm from two worlds. I've got my family over in the Bronx, but I'm in upscale Yorktown Heights in Westchester County, so I can go to school there. So actually, you're a girl from Westchester. You're not a girl from the Bronx. Even their delicious, wonderful narratives fall apart. Wow. And this guy, I'm so fired up about this Trump supporter, this kid wearing a, because again, you know the moral of the story. I guess I forgot the punchline or the takeaway. The kid's cap was a MAGA hat. It was a red Make America Great Again cap. You see the video, it is scary. These little scrawny teenagers are sitting at the table not moving a muscle, scared to death of this hulking brute with the big beard and his glasses, and he's scowling at him, and he's laughing, he's yelling at him.
Supporting the president. You ain't supporting.
Supporting the president. I don't know why we got 6 seconds of audio. There's actually 30 or more seconds. The guy strolls out, and he's yelling when he gets to the door, waving the cap, taunting the kid. Now, it turns out this loser worked at a bar somewhere in San Antonio, and they fired him. Well, big deal. He gets fired from his part-time bar job. He needs to go to jail. And what's his name? If the bar knows who he is, certainly the community knows who he is, and he needs to be arrested. The police are investigating. But then again, we've seen the courts rule in favor of restaurants kicking people out and treating them terribly if they're a conservative. Mark Thiessen is right. the crazy hysteria that we're seeing, it's not only going to get Trump reelected easily in 2020, I truly believe it's going to let the Republicans hold the House and the Senate in the midterms coming up in November. Maybe you disagree. Let's find out as we bring you into the ReliefFactor.com studios for a Thursday after the 4th of July holiday. It's always kind of weird when the 4th of July is on a Wednesday. I don't know if people take Monday, Tuesday off like I did. Maybe some people take Thursday, Friday off. Just kind of a weird week, but I'm glad we're here, and we're here the rest of the week, and we're fighting the good fight together, you and me, here on the Mike Gallagher Show. Our number is 1-800-655-MIKE. Do you agree that this guy, have you seen the video of this guy throwing this drink in this kid's face? Cursing him out because he had a red MAGA hat on? Doesn't this loser belong in jail? Anybody know who he is? Anybody in the San Antonio area help? Can you help us connect with the family of this kid who was assaulted? We're also reaching out to the TV reporter who covered this, and maybe we can get him on the air as well. Just a lot of crazy times, but I hate to say it, keep it coming. Keep it coming. 1-800-655-6453. Hope you join us. Your voice coming up here on the Mike Gallagher Show. Also coming up this hour, a tremendous exchange with Ben Shapiro and Bill Maher on Bill Maher's HBO show over the weekend. I think we got some curse words we got to edit out, but once we get it up and I want to play it for you. A lot of people are going to want to hear Ben's exchange with Bill Maher. I sure loved it. I sent him a text telling him what a great job he did, so I'll tell you all about that in just a couple of minutes. I also want to tell you about our friends at Relief Factor. What are you doing? What are you not doing is what I should say because of pain? You wanted to play catch with your grandkids, but it just hurts too much. You want to take the dog for a nice long walk, maybe in the woods. You can't because your legs hurt. Do you have back pain, leg pain, joint pain? Try Relief Factor. All I ask is you give them 3 weeks. It took me about 2.5 weeks of taking Relief Factor before I realized my lower back pain was completely gone, eliminated. Well, I want you to try it for 3 weeks. It's a natural product. Physicians created Relief Factor from wild-caught fish oil and botanicals. It's a healthy way to get back into life. The 3-week quick start is $19.95. Go to ReliefFactor.com. ReliefFactor.com or call 800-500-8384. 800-500-8384 for Relief Factor.
Save the date. The 2019 Bio International Convention is returning to Philadelphia June 3rd to the 6th. The host of the convention, the Biotechnology Innovation Organization, or BIO, represents more than 1,000 biotechnology companies, academic institutions, biotechnology centers, and related organizations in the U.S. and 30 other nations. James Greenwood, President and CEO of BIO, tells us about some of the achievements over the past 25 years from this convention.
Think about cancer and realize that it's been biopharmaceutical products that have reduced the death rate from cancer by about 25%.
Yes.
Think about HIV/AIDS and how that used to be a death sentence. Now, if you contract the virus today, you'll probably live well into your 70s.
Don't miss this innovative event with access to global biotech and pharma leaders, 500 education sessions, and unparalleled networking opportunities with 16,000 plus attendees from 74 countries. For more information, go to convention.bio.org and mark your calendar. The 2019 Bio International Convention, June 3rd through the 6th.
Now's the time to soak up that summer sun and spend time with friends and family. Instead of spending that valuable time on home projects, let Home Advisor take them off your plate. Whether you've been thinking about a big project like installing a new sprinkler system or a small project like just mowing the lawn, go to HomeAdvisor.com. Tell them what you need. In just seconds, you're going to be matched with the best pros in your area who can do the work and do it right. You can read customer reviews of the pros, check their availability, even book appointments online for a time that works best for you. And with Home Advisor's Project Cost Guide, you can check what others paid for similar jobs in your area so you know you're getting a fair price. No matter what home project you've been thinking about, installing a new AC unit, new windows, maybe a big job like a new roof, Home Advisor makes it easy to find and hire the best pros in your area. Find great pros now to handle the job this summer so you can kick back and relax. Go to HomeAdvisor.com or download the free app to get started on your next project. That's HomeAdvisor.com. HomeAdvisor.com.
Mike Gallagher.
Freedom. One nation in all of human history was built on that bedrock. Ours. A republic of the people, by the people, and for the people. Self-government requires freedom, just as freedom requires an individual willingness to self-govern. Freedom has made America exceptional, but it can only last as long as you and I seek the good, as expressed by the laws of nature and nature's God. It can only last if you and I choose to act as people of character. Forging character has been the pursuit of Hillsdale College since 1844. Hillsdale College forges character and elevates civic discourse both on campus and nationwide. To find out how you can take their free online courses or receive a complimentary subscription to Imprimis, a monthly speech digest, visit hillsdalefreedom.com. That's hillsdalefreedom.com.
Imagine a politician saying this today: I have wondered at times what the Ten Commandments would have looked like if Moses had run them through the U.S. Congress. That's a quote from Ronald Reagan. He showed us through his life, his faith, and with his words that Judeo-Christian values and principles matter. You can help spread the legacy of Ronald Reagan, and you can do it by getting a Reagan email address. Right now, if you have a Gmail, AOL, Yahoo, or other big tech company email address, you help them market their service with every email you send. In return, they scan your emails and target you with unwanted ads. Thanks to our sponsor, ReaganPrivacy.com, you can instead share the Reagan name with every email you send and receive. They won't scan your emails. They leave you alone. Get an email address you'll be proud to own. Go to ReaganPrivacy.com. You get your very own personal private email address. It's available to you now at ReaganPrivacy.com. Get your Reagan email address right now at ReaganPrivacy.com.
Does your dog itch, scratch, stink, or shed like crazy? Come to Dynavite for help. Order a 90-day supply of Dynavite. Pick up 2 bottles of Lico Chops, get the 3rd bottle free. New improved Lico Chops with omega-6, omega-3, vitamin E, and now 6 extra direct-fed microbials. Even better for the digestive tract and immune system. And dogs love it. Try Lico Chops. Buy 2, get 1 free. This is Henry Lukasevic for Dynavite.
DINOVITE.com.
Mike Gallagher.
There is apparently some published information about this ugly bully. Ugly because of his actions, of course. The guy that assaulted this 16-year-old boy in a Whataburger for wearing a red MAGA hat, he's been identified publicly in different news reports as Kino Jimenez. Kino Jimenez was a part-time employee at Rumble, a bar on North St. Mary's in San Antonio. He had been fired after this went viral. Kino Jimenez is a member of the Green Party of Texas. They're a branch of the National Green Party. They call for grassroots democracy, social justice, and inclusiveness. Yeah, he's great. He's really inclusive. Picking up a drink and throwing it at some 16-year-old kid. This is the civility of the left. You know what I love about the left? They always remind us about the perils of bullying. Whether it's the owner of the Red Hen restaurant or Maxine Waters or the protesters who are harassing the Homeland Security Secretary in a Mexican restaurant, they're all bullies. They're all loud, violent bullies. When Maxine Waters says, create a crowd and push back, that's the ultimate bullying. And this is the state of today's Democrat Party, is it not? How about Dick Durbin? What the things he said about ICE. Got a lot to cover yet, and it's, we're only halfway there. 800-655-MIKE.
I can't let you.
How much are you paying for ongoing pest extermination treatments? No doubt too much. If you could save hundreds, maybe even thousands in chemical pest treatments, you would, right? Plug-in Pest Free is a long-term, cost-effective, and maintenance-free answer to ridding your home or business of rats, mice, and cockroaches. Plug-in Pest Free has no chemicals, no smell, no fumes, makes no mess. Don't just treat those pests you can see with toxic chemicals. Get rid of those you can't see from behind your walls and deep inside your cupboards. This is an amazing product. Plug Plug-in Pest Free has been scientifically tested and consumer proven since 1995 to be effective against rats, mice, and cockroaches. Plug-in Pest Free today. Start driving those pests out of your home or business forever. Use the promo code MIKE20 and you'll get 20% off your order and free shipping. Don't spray and regret. Plug in and forget. What are you waiting for? Get yours today. GoPestFree.com. That's GoPest.
I'm Sally, a volunteer at United Way. I'm asking people around the neighborhood what they think this place needs. Excuse me, hi. What do you think this place needs?
I'd like to see more parking.
More playgrounds.
Free movies.
That's easy. Better restaurants.
And you, what do you think this place needs?
This place? Oh, more ice cream trucks.
Okay. How about you?
Wi-Fi everywhere?
I was thinking more money in the pockets of local families come tax time.
Can I change my answer?
I was just kidding about the ice cream.
Oh, that's way better.
Now that you mention it.
When it comes to getting better tax refunds into the hands of local families, what this place needs is you. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org. Because great things happen when we live united. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
WGGH, Marion.
The embattled head of the EPA has resigned. Correspondent Caitlin Collins says Scott Pruitt's exit comes on the heels of more than a dozen investigations into his spending and possible ethics violations.
The dizzying number of ethics scandals against him ranged from abuse of taxpayer money to enlisting aides to do personal favors.
Talking to supporters in Great Falls, Montana today, President Trump bashed Democrats on immigration.
The new platform of the Democrat Party is to abolish ICE. In other words, they want to abolish immigration enforcement entirely. That's what they want to do. They want everybody coming in.
Trump told reporters on Air Force One he's narrowed his list to fill a Supreme Court vacancy from 4 to 3 or 2 ahead of Monday's announcement. A Utah wildfire near a popular fishing reservoir continues to grow and has now burned about 90 structures. It's forced the evacuations of about 1,100 people. I'm Barbara Cusack.
I had great results. I lost 70 pounds. I weighed 265 and went down to 195. My doctor told me, if it works for you, then do it. A lot of people say to me, how did you lose the weight? I said, I take Andro 400 every day. I'm going to take it forever.
That was Walt talking about Andro 400. Now listen to what Bob has to say.
When you listen to your radio commercials, you say that's not possible, but since I've experienced it, your commercials aren't strong enough. I am 76, and I've had a belly for way too long. My whole body is shrinking. My energy level has gone up, and the only thing different is Andro 400. It's great stuff. I tried other products, and nothing happened.
Guys, if you'd like to lose stubborn belly fat, gain energy, and feel years younger, try Andro 400, the safe, natural, and affordable way to boost your testosterone. Go to andro400.com or call 888-400-0435. 888-400-0435. andro400.com.
Hi, I'm Joan London. When I needed to find senior care for my mom, I really struggled to find the right fit until I found an advisor, someone who had been through this before. That's why I recommend A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. They have experts who will help you ask the right questions and find the right place. Call A Place for Mom today.
To speak with a local senior living advisor, call A Place for Mom at 1-800-908-0265. That's 1-800-908-0265.
A Place for Mom has helped over 200,000 families find the right senior care for their parents, from assisted living to independent living, even Alzheimer's care, and have local advisors that can help explain your options at no cost to you.
To speak with a local senior living advisor, call A Place for Mom at 1-800-908-0265. That's 1-800-908-0265.
Call today.
Southern Illinois weather.
An excessive heat warning continues until 8 p.m. tonight. Chance for scattered thunderstorms tonight, otherwise partly cloudy skies. Lows dip down to about 75. Winds out of the north around 5 miles an hour. Cloudy tomorrow, chance for scattered thunderstorms, 86. From the Weather Weather Center, powered by weatherology.com, I'm meteorologist Derek Height on Monster Radio AM 1150. Currently, it's 93 degrees.
1-800-990-6976.
question.
Okay.
Can I ask you a question?
No answer to that one, I guess. Yes, David. You asked me a question, David.
All right. When they killed that guy,
Why do I do this?
What's his name?
Why do I do this?
What goes through Mike's head during the occasional bad call?
Why do I bother?
You know, he wouldn't go 100.
I mean, look at all these calls I got blinking. Yes, David, that's true. Go ahead.
But why don't
I take the good calls?
Bottom line, Mike's just a giver.
I'm a big man. I'm a big, expansive man.
Now back to Mike in the ReliefFactor.com studios.
I don't often watch Bill Maher on HBO, but a lot of people were telling me that Ben Shapiro did a great job with him the other night. We've got the audio. I want to play it for you in just a couple of minutes. Also want to remind you about the quintessential American success story, My Pillow. My buddy Mike Lindell. Wow, what a big night he had last week. We had him on the show after the president held a rally in Fargo, North Dakota. Mike was in the audience, and the president knew it.
We also have a couple of big supporters. You ever see this guy with the pillows on Fox? My Pillow guy, Mike Lindell.
Andy Mazer locked and loaded with White Sox baseball.
Play ball.
Is swinging a long one. He goes deep, light it up.
He's pitched a perfect game. The kid's hit his first home run. Sox win! Sox win!
This is Chicago White Sox professional baseball on the WGN White Sox Radio Network. Here with the pregame show, welcome Andy Mazer.
Not a good end of the series in Cincinnati as the White Sox fall in the finale to the Reds. Now on to Houston for the start of a 4-game set. I'm Andy Mazer, and welcome to White Sox pregame. Glad to have you with us here today. A rough fourth inning for Dylan Covey pretty much set the tone for the rest of the night. There were some good things, though, yesterday. Avi Garcia extending his hitting streak to 14 in a row. Daniel Polka with his 10th home run of the season. And Yohan Moncada's recent play, including a homer last night, impressing his manager, Ricky Renteria.
Just a little bit more, probably a little bit more aggressive in the zone offensively. I think defensively, his reaction off the ball on the bat has been really good. I think he's been really focused and moving around a lot better out there. It continues to improve. I mean, there's a lot of improvement going on, a lot left to go, but he certainly has had a nice series.
And now it's on for a series against the Astros, who swept the White Sox at Guaranteed Rate Field in April and outscored them 27-2 in the process. Tonight, the White Sox give the ball to Carlos Rodon. He's going to face Justin Verlander for the Astros. And much more on that pitching matchup coming up with Ed and DJ. Sox first-round pick is in the fold. We'll hear from Nick Madrigal, and also you'll get a farm report, all coming up here on the WGN White Sox Radio Network.
Señores, let's celebrate with a Col Modelo Especial. Those who believe there are no shortcuts to any place worth going. Those who follow their passion and inspire others to do the same. Let's celebrate the everyday rewards with a Modelo. That Modelo Especial that remains true to its quality and taste since 1925. Modelo Especial. Served responsibly. Modelo Especial Beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Hi, it's Wendy Snyder, and for years you've heard me talking about all the benefits that my family and I receive from taking Natron's Healthy Trinity, the world's best probiotic. But take a listen to Jennifer's story.
Hi, I'm Jennifer from Stafford, Virginia. I've been a Natron Healthy Trinity user for over 3 years now. I used to suffer from a severe acid indigestion issue. I was taking a prescription medication, and I didn't feel comfortable with the idea of having to take it every day for the rest of my life. Because of Natron, I'm not dependent on a medication anymore. I just want Natron to know that they have a customer for life. Thank you.
Call 1-866-4-NATRON. Probiotic consultants are standing by. Call now for a 90-day risk-free trial of Natron's Healthy Trinity. Plus, the first 50 callers get free second-day delivery. Call 1-866-4-NATRON, N-A-T-R-E-N, or visit natron.com and enter promo code Wendy for a 90-day risk-free trial.
It's summertime, Chicago, and Wolf's Flea Market is ready for you. Come to the Allstate Arena outside in Rosemont, Sunday mornings from 6 a.m. to 3. See 700 small businesses bursting at the seams with great deals like antiques, furniture, records, plants, produce, treasures, bargains, new items, and more. Grab lunch from a mouth-watering variety of freshly prepared food. And don't forget Wolf's Palatine Market, Saturdays and Sundays 8 to 4 at 1775 North Rand Road. See wolfs.com online. That's wolves with 2 Fs.com.
And welcome back here on White Sox pregame. I'm Andy Mazer, White Sox and the Houston Astros. It's game one of the four-game series coming up here shortly from Minute Maid Park. A good time to mention, too, that your last few hours to be able to vote for Jose Abreu in the All-Star game. As a matter of fact, 4 hours and 20 minutes to be exact is the amount of time you have left to vote for Jose Abreu to get to the All-Star game. WhiteSox.com/vote. That is the web address to go to right now. The lead for Abreu was shrinking a little bit over Yuri Gurriel here of the Astros. So to spend those final 4 hours, if you would, just going online at WhiteSox.com/vote to help Jose Abreu get to the All-Star game. All right, time to get the details on our pitching matchup from Ed and DJ.
There tonight, Carlos Rodon makes the start for the White Sox, 1-3 with an earned run average of 4.55. On the other side, one of the best pitchers in all of baseball, Justin Verlander, for these Astros. He is 9-4 with an earned run average, microscopically at 2.12.
Well, let's just talk about Verlander first and foremost. He's a guy that we already know. When he pitches against us, he's on his game. He knows us so well from all the games he pitched against the White Sox, pitching with Detroit. And this is a young lineup he's featuring, so he's going to be able to set them up, and he's done that already against these guys. We're going to have a game plan of taking a pitch away from him, whether it be his fastball upstairs, look for it, hit it. You're not going to hit his fastball, his breaking ball, and his changeup all in the same game. So you have to pick an area and you have to pick a pitch, or you're really not going to do anything.
Well, that earned run average that's really at 2.12, people have tried that. It hasn't worked. He can get you out, as you said, with any one of those pitches. But for me, his high fastball betrays the bat ever so slightly, because he'll go up there on purpose when he's got you looking for something soft. He blows that fastball by you. He's tough.
Oh, that's exactly right. And he knows how to really abuse a young lineup. So game plan has to be there. You have to stick with it. You have to execute, or you're really not going to score much against him at all. And on the flip side, Carlos Rodon, he's got a tough lineup he's facing these Astros. They can play. They hit .261 as a team. They've scored a ton of runs. They've got power. They've got some speed in the lineup. It's really not like anything's going to be real simple for him. The key is he's got dominant stuff. And if he is throwing strikes with his fastball and the movement it has, if he's throwing his slider that looks like a strike, he'll have a great night as well. But the key is going to be he has to pitch with confidence, and we'll know that right out of the gate. If he's throwing strike one and strike two with velocity, then guess what? We know he's on.
I think that key there was when you said velocity, because his velocity early is in the mid-90s, 93, 94. Then all of a sudden, the fourth or fifth inning, if he goes that long, you're going to see 96, 97 out of him. If he goes longer than that, then he's going to stay somewhere in 97 miles an hour. Last time out of Texas, he made a couple pitches and he didn't get the calls, and all of a sudden they were rolling were the Rangers.
Yeah, well, I think if he is above 93, when he's at 94, he's not so easy to figure out.
Well, we've got Justin Verlander pitching for the Astros in the first of four tonight. Carlos Rodon will pitch for the Sox. More with the pregame show. Andy Mazer continues after this. You're listening to White Sox Baseball on WGN Radio, and this is the White Sox Radio Network.
People looking for landscape supplies or decorative stone, call Clark Natural Stone, a locally owned company specializing in bulk or palletized natural stone and pavers, patio stone, and retaining wall blocks. Clark Natural Stone can load your pickup or trailer on site or provide quick and dependable delivery to your job location. Call for information 997-3889. Clark Natural Stone, or visit them on the web at clarknaturalstone.com.
4 miles east of Marion at the corner of Route 13 and 166.
Picture this. You're sitting at your computer reading the day's news. You click on the next interesting headline only to get...
You have reached this month's limit of free stories. Please enter your credit card number to continue.
Well, not with Dateline Marion. Dateline Marion is a community news website that covers Marion and Williamson County, and there is no limit to the number of stories you can read. That's no limit this week, this month, or this year. Check us out at DatelineMarion.com for local news when you want it, as often as you want it. Oh, and by the way, it's free.
Words like hardworking, loyalty, and honesty are tossed around too lightly these days. At Farmers State Bank, they still mean something. Let Farmers State Bank prove that to you. Farmers State Bank can handle your personal or business banking needs with a service that is second to none. Most of all, you want to deal with someone who cares, whose passion is the very thing you need. Farmers State Bank, with locations in Marion, Harrisburg, and Alto Pass. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Farmers State Bank, no one serves you better.
The Savings Giant would like to introduce you to Kincaid Furniture. Kincaid is the nation's leading manufacturer of solid wood bedroom, dining room, and occasional tables. They use the highest quality construction with dovetails in the front and the back of their drawers. I am so confident in the quality of Kincaid furniture, I not only stand behind it, I stand on it. The more you buy, the more you save. All from the savings giant at Anderson's Warehouse Furniture in Pittsburgh, Illinois.
988.
4-game series against the Astros beginning here tonight for the Chicago White Sox. And as mentioned a bit earlier, the Astros came into Guaranteed Rate Field and